you the most about him since
Ooh, man, he can freaking move. He's a high school kid. That's the other thing about our game, different from the pros. Like when the pros and they do, OTAs and all that, like these guys have played football forever, right? Like they're pros because they've played forever. And if you don't know how to pull on the counter or run a slant versus inside leverage, well, you're not there. They bring somebody in that can. But our game is developmental. Like Amare, what peer has he had on Friday night? What peer has he had at practice? Like this is the first time in his life he's gonna meet Tristan Lee. He's gonna meet Harris Sewell. He's gonna meet some dudes. All right, every day in practice. What peer has Braden Jacobs had on Friday night? So this is the first time for the type of kids we get. It's the first time they've had a real peer in their life. And so there's a developmental piece to that and an adjustment that is very different for our level of football, for the type of kids that we get. Like what guy has lined up on Friday night with TJ Moore and said, I got you, me and you all night? Like nobody, right? But you get here and there's Ashton Hampton every day at practice in AV. So again, it goes back to what I was saying. You got to develop that. But man, Amare, he's big, he's freaky athletic, he's already a leader. And, again, I hadn't been on the field with him. He looks great in shorts. You don't play the game in shorts. I've not seen him with any scheme on top of him or anything like that. But just watching him in mat drills and watching him run, he looks a little bit like Brian Brzee as far as like that big-bodied, athletic type dude, kind of freaky, but with some power of a Dexter. But he's more polished than Brian was coming in here. Brian was just same thing. If you go back and watch Brian Brzee in high school, he just stood up and he'd throw whoever away and go make the tackle. All right, and so he had to learn. He had never really played his pads low, and I'd say Maury's a little more advanced technically. But excited about him. It's going to be fun to watch him.